Hello students, welcome to our YouTube channel, Time for Bank Exams. Today our topic of discussion, quadratic comparisons for IBPSPO Prelim. Before we start today's discussion, we request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notification of all the videos that are uploaded on this channel. Here directions are given. Just look at the directions. In each question, two equations numbered 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and select the appropriate option as. Mark the choice 1 when x is greater than y. Choice 2 if x is greater or equal to y. Choice 3 if x less than y. Choice 4 x less or equal to y. Choice 5 x equal to y, or the relation between x and y cannot be established. So these are the 5 choices. Now look at the first example. Before we start our discussion, just let me introduce what is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means here which is expressed in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. This is a general representation of a quadratic equation. My dear students, here how to find the roots of a quadratic equation means there are two possibilities. One is by using the formula, that is minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. That is the one approach. Alternate approach by using the factors, means factorization method. Now what is that? We are going to solve these examples by using the factorization only. Now how to solve means there are 3 steps. The step number 1, multiply the x square term with the constant and express the product as a express the value as a product of two factors whose sum or difference equal to middle term, and then simplification. So these are the 3 steps we need to follow. Okay. Now if the value of a and c, if the product of a and c is a positive, if the product of a and c is a positive, then the middle term will be sum of the two factors. The middle term will be sum of the two factors. When the product of a and c is a negative, then what about the middle term? Middle term is the difference of the factors. Okay. By using this logic, now we will solve the questions one by one. Now look at the example 1. 4x square plus 7x minus 2 is equal to 0. 3y square minus 4y plus 1 is equal to 0. Look at the first one. 4 into 2. That is how much? Minus 8. So minus 8 means here the a into c is equal to negative. A into c value is how much here? It is a negative. Means the middle term, the value of b is a difference of the two factors. So what are the values here? So 4 into 2, that is a minus 8. So minus 8 means here we can express it as plus 8 and minus 1. The product of these two is equal to minus 8, and by adding these two, so what is that? Just here plus 8 and minus 1. What is the value? It is a positive 7, that is the middle number. The factors are 8 and minus 1. Then what about the roots? Means take the same numbers with the opposite sign. Opposite sign means plus will become minus, minus will become plus, and divide with the coefficient of x square, that is 4. So what are the roots of the first quadratic equation? The roots of the first quadratic equation are minus 8 by 4, 1 by 4. Now look at the second one. The product of these numbers, 3 into 1, that is 3. How to get the value? Middle term value here. So a into c is equal to positive. A into c is equal to positive means what are the factors? The middle term is the sum of the factors. So what are the factors here? Minus 3, minus 1. Minus 3, minus 1. By adding these two, we get minus 4. The product is equal to positive 3. Then what are the roots? What are the roots of the quadratic equation? Means take the same numbers with opposite sign and divide with coefficient of y square. Just observe this. 4, here it goes exactly 2 times. So what are the roots here? -2 and 1 by 4. Here simplify this, 1 and 1 by 3. -2. Just observe the roots of the first quadratic equation, compare with the roots of the second quadratic equation. -2 is less than both the roots of the second quadratic equation. Negative value is less than the positives. So x is less than y. I am comparing -2 with both the roots of the other quadratic equation. Now look at 1 by 4, compare with the other values. What are the other values? 1 and 1 by 3. 1 by 4 is less than 1. 1 by 4 is less than 1. And 1 by 4 and 1 by 3. 1 by 4 and 1 by 3, if you observe, 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 3. So what is the condition here? X is less than y. X is less than y means right choice, option number 3. Third option is the right answer. Okay. Look at the next example. 3x square plus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0. How much is the value of 3 into 4? That is a 12. A into C is equal to how much? -12. So what is the B value? The middle term is the difference of the factors. So how to get the middle value? The middle value here, it is a 4x. Yes, look at this one. 6 into 2 is a 12. 6 into 2 is a 12. 6 and 2, difference is equal to 4. Now what are the factors here? Plus 6 and -2. Observe the product. It is a -12. What is the plus 6 and -2? It is a plus 4. Means the roots of the first quadratic equation. The roots of the quadratic equation are, the numbers are same with the opposite sign. So plus will become minus, minus will become plus. So -6 plus 2 by coefficient of x square, that is 3. Okay. Now -6 by 3, 2 by 3. Simplify. -2 and here 2 by 3. Similarly, observe the roots of the second quadratic equation. Now, here the product is how much? 8. A into C is equal to +8. Then what about the middle term? Middle term is sum of the factors. Sum of the factors means here middle term is a 6. How to get the 6 means 4 and 2. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. 4 into 2 is equal to 8. The factors are 4 and 2. Then what about the roots? The same numbers with opposite sign and divide with coefficient of y square. Y square coefficient is 1. So the roots are -4 and -2. -4 and -2. Just observe. Now I am comparing the first root of the first quadratic equation with both the roots of the second quadratic equation. -2 -4 means -2 is a greater. -2 is greater. So -2 and -2 means both are equal. Okay. One time the value is greater, other time it is a equal. Now look at the second one. 2 by 3 -4 -2. 2 by 3 means it is a positive. All the positive values are greater than the negatives, means x is greater than y. So combining these two, what is the relation? X greater or equal to 2, the right choice, option number 2. Second choice is the right answer. Okay, now look at the third example. Here, how much is the product of A and C? A and C is equal to +12. How to get the middle number by using this product means very simple. 6 into 2, that is a 12. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. The factors are 6 and 2. Factors are 6 and 2 means what about the roots? Roots are -6 and -2 by coefficient of x square, that is 4. What are the roots here? -6 by 4, -2 by 4. Similarly, observe the second quadratic equation. 2 into 6, that is a 12. 2 into 6 is a 12, means here what is the middle term? Middle term is equal to 7y. So how to get the 7 means the product of 4 and 3 is equal to 12 and 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. The product of the x square term and the constant is positive, sum of the factors. So whatever the roots here, the roots of the quadratic equation, if you observe, minus 4 minus 3 by coefficient of y square, that is a 2. Okay. By making the denominator same, just look at, I am using the denominator as a 4. So minus 6 minus 2. Whatever the other side, here it is becoming double. So minus 8 and minus 6. Just observe, minus 6 is equal to minus 6. Minus 6 is greater than minus 8. One time it is greater than y. Other time it is equal to y. Now minus 2 is greater than minus 8 as well as minus 6. So x is greater than y and x is equal to y, means combining these two, we can write it as x greater or equal to y. The right choice, option number 2. Second choice is the right answer. Okay. Now, shall we move to the next example? Look at the next question on your screen. What is the a into c? A into c is equal to positive 20. What about the middle term? That is a b value. B is a negative. So here b, how to get the negative value? B value means here very simple. 4 into 5 is equal to 20, but minus 9 means minus 4 minus 5. That is minus 9. What about the roots of the first quadratic equation? So positive 4 and positive 5 by coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square is 1. So the roots are 4 and 5. Look at the second example. Look at the second quadratic equation. Here product of the a and c, that is minus 15. Negative value means the difference of the factors. Just observe how to get the plus 2y. Very simple. It is a 5 into 3 is a 15. So minus 3 and plus 5. Plus 5 and minus 3. How much here? It is plus 2y. Now what about the roots of the quadratic equation? Means same numbers with the opposite sign. Opposite sign means minus 5 and plus 3 by coefficient of y square. The coefficient of y square is 1. So what are the roots? Minus 5 and plus 3. Simplify this. Now if you observe, minus 5 is less than both 4 and 5. Means negative values are less than the positives. Means x is greater than y. X is greater than y. Then what about the next one? 3. The value 3 is less than 4 and 5. Means 4 and 5, both the values are greater than 3. Means here it is satisfying the condition of x greater than y. The right choice, option number 1. First choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example. Look at the first quadratic equation. 3x square minus 7x plus 17 is equal to 9x plus 1 minus x square. Take minus x square, 9x and 1 on the left hand side. 3x square plus x square, that is 4x square. 7x plus 9x, that is 16x. 17 minus 1, it says 16 equal to 0. Okay, I am taking values on one side. My dear students, if you observe this carefully, here it is in the form of a minus b whole square. Look at the board just. 2x minus 4 whole square is equal to 0. Am I right or not? Of course, by dividing with 4 and simplify by using the factors, that is the one approach. The second approach here. Now, if you observe this one, a minus b whole square means 2 minus 4 whole square. So 2x whole square is equal to 4x square. minus 2ab, 2 into 2x into 4, that is 16x. Then next, b square means 4 square, 16. So 2x minus 4 whole square is equal to 0, means here 0 square only results 0, means 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to how much? 4. The value of x is equal to 2. Am I clear? Look at the second side, other side. Second quadratic equation, 3y minus 6 whole square is equal to 0. Now 3y minus 6 whole square is equal to 0, means only 0 square results 0. Here 3y minus 6 is equal to how much? 0. Means 3y is equal to 6. Y is equal to how much? It is a 2. Y is equal to 2 and x is equal to 2. So how these two are related means these two are same. So when and x and y are equal, what is the right choice? Option number 5. Just mark the choice 5 as the answer, because here x and y are equal. Now look at the next set of questions. Here directions are given. Just look at the directions. In the following questions, two equations 1 and 2 are given. You have to solve both the equations and mark an appropriate option. Yes, my dear students, just look at the options here. If x is less than y, the choice is 1. Now, what about the choice 2? If x is greater than y. Choice 3, x greater or equal to y. Choice 4, x less or equal to y. Choice 5, x and y both are equal and the relation cannot be established between x and y. Okay. Look at this example. Now 6 into 5, that is minus 30. 6 into 5 is a 30 and sign is negative, so minus 30. Then what about the middle term? Middle term is a 13. How to get 13? By using 30 as a product. Product is 30 and the middle term is 13. So what is the factors? What are the factors means? 2 into 15. 2 into 15 is equal to 30. So product of the terms, product of the A and C is a negative. So difference of the factors is the middle term. So 15 and 2, the difference is 13. So what is the value here? Negative 13. So minus 13 means, so minus 15 plus 2. What are the roots of the first quadratic equation? The roots of the quadratic equation, numbers are same with opposite sign. I am taking plus 15 and minus 2, divide with coefficient of x square. So 15 by 6 minus 2 by 6. Look at the second quadratic equation. 3 into 4, that is 12. So A into C is equal to positive 12. The middle term, that is a B, that is positive 13. How to get 13? By using the value 12. So here 12 into 1, that is a 12. 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. So what is the middle term? Plus 13. So here both the values are positive. Plus 12 plus 1 results plus 13. Now what about the roots here? Roots means take the same number with the opposite sign, divide with coefficient of y square. Divide with the coefficient of y square. Now simplify this. I am using LCM as a 6. I am making the bases same here. The first quadratic equation, the values are 15 and minus 2. Look at the other side, second side. Here 3 is becoming 6 means double. So minus 24. And here double means minus 2. Just look at this one. Minus 24 minus 2. Compare with 15 and minus 2. My dear students, 15 is a positive. Positives are greater than the negatives. Means x is greater than y. X is greater than y. And what about the next one? X is greater than y means x is greater than minus 24 minus 2. Now look at the other example, other root. Minus 2, both are equal. Minus 2 is greater than minus 24. One time it is a greater, one time it is a equal. So what is the discussion? X greater than y, x equal to y. Combining these two, the result is x greater or equal to y. X greater or equal to y, the right choice, option number 3. Third choice is the answer for this question. Now look at the next example. 22x square minus 17x plus 3. 22x square. A into C is equal to how much here? Positive 66. 22 means I am expressing it as a 2 into 11 into 3. Just observe. How to get the middle term is 3 into 2, that is a 6, 6 and 11. What I am doing here, I am expressing 22 as a product of two numbers, 2 and 11. Now 2 into 3 is equal to 6, 6 and 11. 6 and 11 is equal to 66. 6 plus 11, that is 17. So what are the factors here? 6 and 11. So minus 6 minus 11. What about the roots of the first quadratic equation? Positive 11, positive 6 by coefficient of x square. That is 22. Okay. Now other side, just observe the second quadratic equation. The product of A and C. A and C, here directly we can answer. Need not to find out the product here. Just look at the calculation. 4y square minus 1 is equal to 0. 4y square minus 1 is equal to 0. Means 4y square is equal to 1. Y square is equal to how much? 1 by 4. Then what about the value of y? Y is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. Plus or minus 1 by 2 means positive 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay. Now just simplify this. 11 it goes exactly 2 times. 2 here 3 times, 2 11 times. Now observe the first root of the first quadratic equation with the comparison with the both the roots of the second quadratic equation. 1 by 2, 1 by 2, both are same. 1 by 2 is greater than minus 1 by 2. What it mean? One time the value of x and y are equal. Other time x is greater than y. X is greater than y. Then look at the next one. 3 by 11 and 1 by 2. 3 by 11 and 1 by 2 means which is a greater here? 1 by 2 is a greater. So 3 by 11 and 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is a greater. Means x is less than y. 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. 3 by 11 is greater. One time it is a greater, other time it is lesser. X is greater than y, x is less than y, x and y are equal. Combining these three, we don't have any relation. So what is the discussion? Choice 5. It is not possible to relate. It is not possible to make a relation between x and y. So what is the right choice? Option number 5, fifth choice. Now look at the next example, question number 8. 2x square minus 27x plus 91 equal to 0. How much is the product of the numbers? Means here 2 into 91. It is 182. Okay. 91, my dear students, here 91, we can express it as 13 into 7 into 2. 13 into 7, that is a 91. Look at the board, please. 2 times of 7, that is a 14. And 13. 14 plus 13. 14 plus 13 is equal to 27. So what about the roots here? Now the values, the factors are minus 14 and minus 13 because minus 27 is the middle term. So what about the roots of the first quadratic equation? So it is 14 and 13 by coefficient of x square, that is 2. So 14 by 2, 13 by 2. Look at the other side. So second quadratic equation, 2y square minus 19y plus 45. So A into C is equal to 90. Here I am taking 45 as 5 into 9. Just look at what is the middle term, minus 19. Minus 19 means 2 into 5, that is a 10 and 9. So minus 10 minus 9 are the factors. So middle term is minus 19. So minus 10 minus 9. By adding these two we get minus 19. So what about the roots? The roots of the quadratic equation, 10 by coefficient of y square, 9 by coefficient of y square. Take the same factors with the opposite sign. Now simplify this. The denominators are same here. Just observe the numerators. What are the values of the numerators here? 14 is greater than 10 and 9, means x is greater than y. 13 is greater than 10 as well as 9. So x is greater than y. X is greater than y means what is the right choice? Option 2. Second choice is the right answer. Okay. Right. Look at the next example. 3x square minus 26x plus 48 is equal to 0. Now what is the product of 3 and 48? 3 and 48 means 120 plus 24, that is 144. 3 times of 40, 120. 3 times of 8, 24. 120 plus 24, 144. Here I am expressing it as, so 3 as it is 3. And what about this 48? 48 I am writing it as a 6 into 8. Dear students, if you observe, 6 into 3 is equal to 18. 18 and 18. 18 into 18 is equal to 144. 18 into 18 is equal to 144. So what are the factors here? 18 and 8. By adding these two, we get 26. So what is the result here? Minus 18, minus 8 are the factors. The roots of the quadratic equation. So minus 18 will become plus 18. Minus 8 will become plus 8 by coefficient of x square, that is 3. So 18 by 3 and 8 by 3 are the roots of the first quadratic equation. Look at the second one. 3 into 12, that is 36. So A into C is equal to minus 36. The middle term, that is a P, is equal to difference of the factors. So what are the factors here? 16 is the middle term. So how to get here? Now 36 means 18 and 2. 18 and 2. Just observe the difference of these two. That is a 16. So here minus 16 means minus 18 and positive 2 are the factors. Minus 18 plus 2 results minus 16. The product of these two is equal to minus 36. Then what about the roots of the quadratic equation? The roots of the quadratic equation here, numbers are same with opposite sign. Take the same numbers with opposite sign and divide with coefficient of y square. The y square coefficient is 3. Dear students, here denominators are same. Just observe the numerators. So 18 and 18 both are equal, means x and y are same. 18 and 18 are same values, so both are equal. Now 18 and minus 2, 18 is greater. So x is greater than y, x is equal to y. By observing the first root of the first quadratic equation with both the roots of the second quadratic equation. Now let me check. Here 8 is less than 18. 8 is greater than minus 2. One time it is less, one time it is greater. Now observe the combination here. One time it is greater, one time it is less, one time it is other time it is equal. So what is the combination means? There is no such combination, means relation cannot be established between x and y. Hence the choice is 5. Fifth choice is the right option. Okay. Now moving to next example. 7x square plus 46x plus 75 is equal to 0. A into C. Dear student, just observe. 7 times of 70, 490. 490 plus 35, 525. Okay. Now what I am doing here, 7 as it is 7, here I am expressing 75 as 3 into 25. Just by expressing 75 as a product of two numbers, that is 3 and 725. Here I can easily find out the factors. I can easily find out the middle term. What is the middle term is 25 and 21. So positive 25, positive 21. By adding these two, we get the middle term, that is the 46. Then what about the roots of the quadratic equation? First quadratic equation. So minus 25 minus 21 by coefficient of x square. So minus 25 by 7 minus 21 by 7. Look at the second quadratic equation. A into C is equal to 15 into 70. 0 as it is 0. 7 times of 15, that is 105. So the value is 1050. Express it as the product of two factors. Now what I am doing here, 15, I am taking it as a 3 into 5. 70 means 7 into 10. Just observe how to get the middle number. How to get the middle number means here 3 times of 10, 30, and 5 times of 7, 35. 30 plus 35, that is 65. The middle value is equal to 30 and 35. By adding these two, we get the middle term. Then the roots of the quadratic equation. Second quadratic equation roots. Now take the same numbers with opposite sign and divide with coefficient of y square. Y square coefficient, that is a 15. Simplify. What is the result? Here, it goes exactly how many times? 3 times. What about this? Exactly 2 times. Now 5, 3 times, 5, 7 times. Okay. Now the relation we need to find out. What is the relation means? Look at the board. Minus 25 by 7, I am comparing with both the roots of second quadratic equation. Look at the board. Minus 25 and minus 2, which is a greater value means here y is a greater. Y is a greater. Just look at the board please. Minus 25 by 7 and minus 2, which is a greater means just cross multiply. Minus 25 minus 14. So this is the greater. Okay, by doing cross multiplication. Now look at the next one. Minus 25 by 7 and 7 by 3. Minus 7 by 3, which is a greater means 7 into 7 minus 49, 3 into 25 minus 75. So x is less than y. Okay. Now the value of minus 25 by 7 is less than both the values of the second quadratic equation. Now look at the next one. Here minus 3. Minus 3 is less than minus 2. Minus 3 is less than 7 by 3. Minus 7 by 3 means it is a minus 2, 1 by 3. So here it is satisfying the condition of x is less than y. So right choice, option number 1. First choice is the correct option. Yes, my dear students, please subscribe to our Time for Bank Exams YouTube channel. Here we have uploaded many videos, content, subject videos and analysis on the other social media channels. The links are given here. Please look at the links. Telegram channel, YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebooks. Okay, Facebook. Now links are given in the description box. Please subscribe to our channel, Time for Bank Exams. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.